So 7-0. Toccoa Falls off to a very quick start. I'm told we had a little technical difficulty and the audio not quite working. Hopefully everything's back now, so we may have to repeat everything that we said a little while ago, and it's 8-0 now in favor of Toccoa. In case you missed it earlier with the difficulty, Teresa Sullivan is serving. Toccoa is off to a quick 8-0 lead. Head coach Selena Slate in her 24th season leading the Screaming Eagles. She's assisted by Bethany Brock in season number 4. 9-0 Toccoa leads. And already Screaming Eagles in double digits, 10-0. Junior Teresa Sullivan from Fairhope, Alabama with the serve. And point number 11 already on the board for the Screaming Eagles. Trinity Baptist College new head coach this year, Miss Kirsten Christmas in her first year, assisted by Dr. Adam Christmas. Managers are Haley Dittenber and Madeline Hersey, and the trainer is Lisa Cintron. And already a dozen on the board for the Screaming Eagles. Toccoa Falls defeated Johnson University yesterday. That was game number 1 of this North-South tournament. And there's a kill from Natalie Thompson. 13-0 in favor of Toccoa Falls. Eagles fell to Johnson University of Florida and Bob Jones last night. Also going on right now, Bob Jones is playing Pensacola Christian. That's a 1.5 miles down the road at Eagles View Academy. That's the second arm of this North-South tournament for Saturday morning and afternoon. Got a look at newcomer Gina Ingram serving just a moment ago. And a point is up for Trinity Baptist College. Gina Ingram, a freshman from Gainesville, Florida, one of many new faces on this Trinity Baptist roster. Here's Ingram ready to serve. It's 12-2 now in favor of Toccoa Falls. And a kill attempt from Thompson is good off Natalie Lopez. 13-2, a very quick, big lead for Toccoa Falls. Apologize for the audio difficulty a moment ago. Glad we were able to straighten that out. Thank you to a nice lady in the stands letting us know as she's tuning in on YouTube also. And another hit from Natalie Thompson results in point number 14 for Toccoa Falls. Now serving Katie Glore, the junior from Austell, Georgia. Caleb Bass is able to keep the ball in play. And this one, open floor tap from Katie Hall, and a 15-2 lead for Toccoa Falls. I'm Ray Bureau. My son Dean works our camera here at Trinity Baptist College. The athletic director, Mr. John D. Jones, who is also the head coach of the men's basketball team. And there's an ace for Toccoa. Katie Glore, as we told you a moment ago, a junior from Austell, Georgia. Eagles men's and women's soccer also in action a little later on this afternoon. Tell you about those at the next opportunity. Lopez unable to get there in time. 17-2, Screaming Eagles lead. Toccoa came into today's action with a record of 1-2 on the season. They've played very well here in the North-South tournament, and they're playing excellent volleyball as you see point number 18 go up on the board. This tournament is the first action for Trinity Baptist College this season. As we said, a fresh new group of freshmen learning to play together for the first time. There's a lot of talent on the team. They didn't have a whole lot of practice time, and they're going to be just fine as they learn to play together. Excellent play from Aaron Carey. However, Trinity is able to keep it alive, and that is Raven Boitas with the point. I haven't had a chance to meet all the new young ladies yet, but we wrote about some of them as they signed to play for Coach Christmas. If you go to tbceagles.com and search the women's volleyball page, you'll see a number of those stories. That was Natalia Lopez, a returning player for the Eagles. She's a sophomore from right here in Jacksonville, and she serves up point number 4 for the Eagles. Lopez, the libero, wearing number 2. Jump serve is a good one, but well defended on the other end. And that is Aaron Carey with the tap. Didn't try to do too much, found some open floor. Hallie Rainwater is checking in for Gracie Charles. 19-4, Toccoa leads. And a slight delay on the right side of the court. Everybody's ready now, and serving is senior Katie Hall. Green with the diving attempt to keep the ball off the floor, unable to get it over the net. And 20 points on the board for Toccoa Falls. Hall, a senior from Flowery Branch, Georgia, played her high school ball at Flowery Branch High School. Kayla Bass looking for the back of the court, but that's Sullivan, the libero, on the defense. And the spike is good from Rainwater. And now Toccoa needs just 4 more points to take set number 1. A substitution, Gabrielle Kingman in, and heading off is Natalie Thompson. Kingman, a junior from Wellington, Ohio. We're getting this information from tfcathletics.com. Your information site for Toccoa Falls College, and of course Trinity Baptist on tbceagles.com. We get opportunities, we'll let you know of the upcoming games for both Trinity and Toccoa. That serve might have gone out of bounds. Lopez is able to make the return. Destiny Green on the block, and a point for Trinity. Destiny Green, sophomore from Ponce, Puerto Rico, stands at 6'0". She's also one of the star basketball players for Coach Judy Allen and the Lady Eagles, whom we will see a little later on in the academic year. That was a terrific shot from Toccoa Falls. Number 8, Gabrielle Kingman, just into the game a moment ago, and she puts point number 22 on the board. She'll head off now in favor of Natalie Thompson. And Thompson, a sophomore from Clarksville, Georgia, will head back to the line. 22-5, Toccoa leads, and the serve. Gabrielle Brunner, the recipient of the serve. This one unable to get back to the net. Gabriella Brunner, a freshman from Titusville, joining Trinity Baptist this year. 2 points away from taking set 1, and a whistle while the ball was in flight. Eagles player in the net. So 24-5, and here's a potential game point serve coming from Natalie Thompson. Serve is up in the air. Kayla Bass with the nice hit, and Thompson on the defense. And that one is off Lopez, and that is point number 25 for Toccoa Falls. So Toccoa takes set number 1, 25-5. We'll have a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back and continue with Trinity Baptist College women's volleyball here on YouTube Live TBC Eagles. Stay with us. And getting ready for set number 2. Toccoa Falls took number 1, 25-5. And Trinity Baptist College now on the right side of the court. Going from right to left, Toccoa from left to right. Told you a little while ago, men's and women's soccer both in action this afternoon. The gentlemen will play at 2 o'clock, a home game against Weber International University. That's followed by the ladies at 4 as they play the Gyrenes of Ave Maria University. Both those are home games. Men's soccer very nearly ended a more than 2-year winning streak of Florida College back on September 1st, last Saturday. That game ended in a 5-5 tie. The Falcons from Florida College had not lost a regular season game since 2015. Trinity Baptist came very close to ending that streak. Falcons got a late goal to tie it up at 5-5 and keep their unbeaten streak alive. There's point number 1 on the board for Toccoa Falls. Teresa Sullivan started things off. She heads back to the line. Ladies played Ave Maria down in Ave Maria, Florida last Saturday. Came close to beating the NAIA team, but another late goal allowed the Gyrenes to take that one 2-1. Chance for revenge this afternoon on the home field. New women's coach, Ashton Noom Royamond, taking over for Coach Prince Board, who did a fantastic job in his 3 years at Trinity Baptist College. First 3 points on the board go to the Screaming Eagles. Sullivan once again at the line. This young lady has a terrific serve. Ingram with the hit, too strong and out of bounds. That is point number 4 for Toccoa. And the first point scored by Raven Boitas, and it's 4-1. Trinity Baptist now serving. After this tournament, Toccoa Falls will head to Greenville, South Carolina to play Bob Jones University Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Tell you a little bit more after this point. And a point served up by Maggie Burkholzer, and it's 4-2. On Thursday the 13th, Toccoa will host Agnes Scott at 7 p.m. and then Johnson & Wales University on Friday the 14th. That serve is a little too long and out of bounds. Point and the serve back over to Toccoa Falls. On the 15th, Toccoa Falls will host Pensacola Christian at 1 p.m. This serve hit the net, and that made it tough on the Eagles. And point number 6 going up on the board for Toccoa. Kaylee Glore, junior from Austell, Georgia, at the line. Give you some Trinity Baptist upcoming games at our next opportunity. 6-2, Toccoa Falls leads set number 2. Toccoa up 1-0. Good hard line drive serve, well defended by the Eagles. And the kill is good from Katie Hall. 7-2, Toccoa leads. Good to see TBC graduate, former volleyball player Paige Hood in attendance. Always like seeing our graduates come back and cheer on their friends who are still on the court. Eagles lead, or trail 7-2. Screaming Eagles lead 7-2. And that's a point for Trinity. It's now 7-3. And heading back to serve, Gina Ingram. Told you a little while ago, one of our new faces, freshman from Gainesville, Gator Country. Gators ranked 25 in the top 25 football poll. Playing a little later this afternoon. And a block by Boitas, but then defended and kept alive. Sullivan in the backcourt, able to make up the set, and this one is out of bounds just past the end line. Had to wait and see the line judge's call on that. It was that close, And Trinity Baptist gets the benefit of the call. Gina Ingram back, ready to serve once again. This one is out of bounds and into the concession stand. Well, the ball's been playing the whole game too. It needed a drink, needed to refresh itself. And Ingram retrieves it, is ready to serve. Fully hydrated volleyball. Nice play by the Screaming Eagles. And a dive and a point. Eagles player in the net. Illegal hit also. And so Toccoa leading 8-5. Takes over the serve and ready to get us back underway is Katie Hall. That's Kayla Bass. She is a senior scoring that point. She's from Summerville, South Carolina. She's also played softball in the Eagles' first ever season back in the spring. Now here's Jacksonville native Natalia Lopez. Off the net, Destiny Green is right there to make the play. Set up for Charity Bremer, but this one goes into the net. Point for Toccoa Falls, 9-6 on the board. Checking in now for Coach Slate. Number 11, Abigail Smith. She's a sophomore from Westminster, South Carolina. So Abigail Smith at the front of the court and the net. And we're going to have a foot fault violation as Sullivan stepped on the line. That is an automatic point for the opposition. So the Eagles take over trailing 9-7. Kayla Bass ready to go for Trinity Baptist. And a block by Green, but kept in the air by Conley. And a point awarded to Trinity Baptist, a 4-hit violation. Jessica Conley very nearly saved the point for her team. She's a freshman from Seffner, Florida. Here's Bass with a chance to tie up the game. There's Conley getting the hit off the hands of Green and onto the floor. So Toccoa staves off the game-tying effort, now leads 10-8. Jessica Conley at the line for Toccoa Falls. That ball had a lot of curve to it. Ingram was able to keep it alive. Set, and the spike is good from Hallie Rainwater. Hallie is a sophomore from Kennesaw, Georgia, North Cobb Christian School. Here's Jessica Conley, ready once again. 11-8, Toccoa leads. Lopez coming from the back, making the save for the moment. Ball still up in the air. There's Lopez tracking it down. Nice job by Bremer. Lopez is there. The ball still up in the air. It hit the rafters up on the ceiling. Stayed on the offensive side, so still in play. However, it landed out of reach. If the ball hits the rafters, as long as it stays on the offensive side, it is still in play. If it crosses the net, that is out of bounds. Third hit by Green over the net, kept alive. Nice play by Destiny Green. Green with the kill attempt and the point on the kill for Destiny Green. 12-9, and Trinity Baptist will send Charity Bremer to the line, a freshman from Bowling Green, Ohio. Kill attempt is blocked, kept alive. That one would have gone out of bounds, but Lopez, unsure where the ball was going, made the right play to try to keep the ball alive. Results, however, in a point for Toccoa. Heading back to serve, Hallie Rainwater. Diving play kept alive by Charles. Check that Rainwater with that diving attempt a moment ago. Lopez able to stave off the kill attempt. And this tap by Katie Hall went up as if to spike. Instead, just tapped it over and scores a point. So Toccoa leads now 14-9, and Rainwater will serve it up again. Green looking for the back of the court. Sullivan's right there. And the kill is good. Abigail Smith from Westminster, South Carolina, a sophomore who played at West Oak High School. Rainwater ready once again. Bass with the kill attempt. Sullivan gets her hands on it, keeps it up in the air, and Toccoa is able to make the return. And Destiny Green returns the favor, going up as if to spike. Instead, a tap to the open corner right up front. Point for Green and the Eagles. It's 15-10. That's Marquise Duncanson of Eagles men's basketball saying hello as he passes by. We're only about a month and a half away from basketball season. Marquise, dynamic player for Coach Jones. Here's Ingram with the kill to the back of the court, just inside the line, and Trinity Baptist pulls to within 4, 15-11. They had a rough going in set 1, looking much better here in number 2. Green ready with the serve. Sullivan pulls it up off the floor, and every time that ball hits the net, it's very tough on the team on the other side as it gets redirected away from the Eagles. Credit Abigail Smith with the point. 16-11, Toccoa leads. Smith checks out. Gabrielle Klingman back on the court. Klingman, a junior from Wellington, Ohio, Christian Community High School. This serve into the net. Point and the ball back over to the Eagles. Maggie Burkholzer, a freshman from here in Jacksonville, at the line ready to serve for Coach Christmas. Now checking in, number 1, Maya Malone, who's a freshman from Waycross, Georgia, and Charity Bramer will have a seat. Eagles trail by 4. Great serve by Burkholzer, but kept alive, and a point scored by Toccoa. I have a slightly obstructed view. It looked like that was Kaylee Glore with the hit. With the officials' tower right in my line of sight of that one. Wasn't sure exactly who that was. It looked like Glore. 17-12, Toccoa leads. Here's Glore with the serve. All set up for Gray, and she's able to get the point, or rather Erin Carey. And it's 18-12. Erin Carey, recognize her name as the Screaming Eagles have been here before in the past. She is a sophomore from Oxford, Florida, the Villages Charter School. Great job by Malone over the head, making the return. And the hit. Malone able to keep it up in the air, hit off the rafters, still alive though, and Bass's return effort falls a little bit short. 19-12, Toccoa leads. Teresa Sullivan back at the line. Nope, check that. Kaylee Glore. Sullivan just setting up in the backcourt. And this one is into the net. Ball back over to the Eagles, trailing by 6. Gina Ingram ready to serve for Coach Kirsten Christmas and the Eagles. And Kayla Bass goes up high and taps it down on the block. Point for the Eagles. And now there's going to be a little discussion. The ball is handed over to the Toccoa side. Apparently a reversal of the call, and Toccoa leads 20-13. Point originally awarded to Trinity, but the call was reversed. That time the Eagles get the point. Both Boitas and Bass teaming up. 6-point deficit for Trinity Baptist College. Natalia Lopez ready to try to pull the Eagles a little bit closer. And down on the floor, Gabrielle Klingman with the point. Now Toccoa just 4 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead. Checking in for Toccoa Falls, Natalie Thompson. She heads back to serve, looking for 4 more points. Ball kept up in the air by Miller. Good defense on the Eagles' end, but the return effort into the net. And now 22-14 is the score in favor of Toccoa Falls. Third hit is good from Bass with the sidearm play. Malone on the defense, and Destiny Green finds the back of the court. Eagles get the point. 22-15, however, Trinity Baptist needs to rally. Heading over to check in, number 22, freshman Abby Palacios from Orlando, Florida. Kayla Bass with the serve, good hard line drive, knocked down but picked right back up off the floor by Glore. Glore off the floor, Malone with the kill attempt, and a point for Trinity Baptist. Nearly went in the side basketball hoop, would not have counted for 2 points. Eagles now pulled to within 6, 22-16. The senior Kayla Bass serves. And good recognition by Lopez. That ball out of bounds. Caroline Miller with the hit attempt, a senior from Tampa who played at Chamberlain High School. Here's Bass with the team trailing by 5. Diving play from Rainwater. However, Trinity ends up with the point, a double hit violation. Eagles are now within 4, 22-18. Kayla Bass on a bit of a roll. Malone's kill attempt is blocked. Green is able to score the point for Trinity. And now Trinity Baptist is within 3. They were down by 8 just a minute ago. They've cut it down. It's 22-19, and Bass again on a roll. This one well played though by Katie Hall. Under the net, and a point for the Eagles, 22-20. We said that the Eagles needed to rally. They're in the midst of it, and let's hope they keep it going. Very nice crowd on hand. The bleachers almost full here at Trinity Gymnasium. A whistle before Green went up for the hit. Double hit violation called on the Eagles. Unfortunately, that took away a point as Green would have had that score. 23-20. Now serving Caroline Miller. Little too strong again. Very good recognition by Lopez. Pulled her hands back at the last moment. It's a 23-21 game. Toccoa Falls leads. Maya Malone out of Waycross, Georgia, ready to serve for the Eagles. Very hard line drive, and the ace pulls Trinity Baptist to within 1. Again, they trailed just a little while ago. by as much as 8 points. They've cut it down to 1 and now a chance to tie. Unfortunately, though, this one goes into the net. That's number 24 for Toccoa. Trying to serve up game point will be sophomore Hallie Rainwater. Rainwater keeps it up in the air, now up front. Good job by Malone on the defensive side. Ingram unable to get the ball onto the floor. Ingram looking for the back of the court, but a little too far and out of bounds. And that is point number 25. A very good set number 2. Excellently well played by both teams. Trinity Baptist cut an 8-point deficit down to 1, but Toccoa wins set number 2, 25-22. A 3-minute timeout before we pause. We'll go ahead and let you know the upcoming games for Trinity Baptist College. Next Friday night, September 14th, the Eagles host the Seahawks of Kaiser University. That game is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. Then on Saturday the 15th, Trinity will have another shot at Johnson University of Florida. The Suns defeated Trinity yesterday in 3 sets. That is also a home game right here at Trinity Gymnasium. Tuesday, September 18th, Florida Gateway College comes over from Lake City to take on the Eagles before Trinity Baptist hits the road for the first time Thursday, September 20th, down in Temple Terrace at Florida College. And then a conference match in the South region. The I-10 rivalry resumes as the Eagles head out to play the Eagles of Pensacola Christian. That is a 6 p.m. start time. So there are your upcoming games for Trinity Baptist College. 2-0 Toccoa Falls leads. We'll be back in just a minute with set number 3 on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Both teams heading back out onto the court. Toccoa Falls with a commanding 2-0 lead. They won the first set 25-5. Trinity Baptist came back very strong in number 2. Unfortunately, fell by 3, 25-22. So now Toccoa has a chance to close it out in straight sets. Eagles looking to go at least one more, hopefully force game number 5. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau's our cameraman. And we're glad to have you joining us on TBC Eagles on YouTube. And if you like volleyball, you might want to go to Facebook and search TCA Conquerors Athletics this Tuesday night. Trinity Christian Academy, who plays right here in this gymnasium, will be hosting Childhood Cancer Awareness Night as the varsity JV and middle school Conquerors are going to face one of their biggest rivals of all, Jacksonville's University Christian School. Again, Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. And for the third straight game, Toccoa Falls is on the board first. We stream Trinity Christian Academy on Facebook. The name of that page is TCA Conquerors Athletics. Teresa Sullivan with the ace. Point number 2 for Toccoa Falls. Again, the Screaming Eagles looking to close it out in 3. Kill attempt, well defended by Lopez. Caleb Bass hit it right at Sullivan. She keeps it up in the air. Good long volley on both sides. And a diving play by Charles, unfortunately out of the reach of her teammates. And that's point number 1 for Trinity. Gina Ingram, first serve for the Eagles in game number 3. There you see some Lady Tigers from Trinity College of Florida. They will play Toccoa Falls next. We'll have it for you here on TBC Eagles. 3-1 now, Toccoa leads. Substitution for Toccoa. Checking in is Caroline Miller, and heading off, Talia Hatch, a junior from Laceyville, Pennsylvania. Diving attempt from Ingram, out of bounds. 4-1, Toccoa Falls leads. Kaylee Glore with the serve. Grazes the net, but Ingram is right there to send it back over. Ingram with the dive. Third hit coming up is good. Set, and the spike is out of bounds. Katie Hall looking for the kill. Hit it a little too strong. Eagles take over, trailing 4-2. Lopez ready to serve. Mia Malone back on the court for the Eagles, and Lopez is ready. Lopez, the libero for the Eagles, and Sullivan, the libero for Toccoa Falls. And a whistle while the ball's up in the air. Double hit violation called against Trinity, so 5-2 in favor of Toccoa. Katie Hall ready to serve. And a point for Trinity Baptist College. Pulls them back to within 2. These two teams will meet up again later in the season on Saturday, October 27th, up in North Georgia. A 12 p.m. start time. Trinity Baptist at Toccoa Falls. Serve from Bass, out of bounds, past the back goal line. 6-3 in favor of the Screaming Eagles. That's Natalie Thompson with the serve. Green with the kill attempt, and saved off the floor, but out of bounds, and a point for Trinity Baptist College. 6-4. Toccoa has never trailed in the match. Maya Malone, freshman from Waycross, ready to serve for the Eagles. Aaron Carey sets it up. Lopez there on the defense. Third hit coming from Ingram to the back of the court. Another bump set, spike, and a little too strong and out of bounds. Aaron Carey looking for the back line. Hit it a little bit too strong. 6-5 in favor of Toccoa. Malone has a chance to tie it up. And this one off the hands of Green and out of bounds. So Toccoa back up to a 2-point lead, and a substitution as Talia Hatch checks in for Caroline Miller. Hatch heads back to serve. And the spike is good this time from Aaron Carey. And it's a 3-point Toccoa Falls lead. 8-5 in favor of the Screaming Eagles, again led by Coach Selena Slate in her 24th season. I got a chance to say hello to her before we started play, congratulating her on a long, very successful career at Toccoa Falls. 8-6 now, Trinity Baptist serving, trailing by 2. Destiny Green will set up. Green and Lopez, we'll see them on the basketball court a little later. Might see Gina Ingram as well, and I hear that Ingram is also a softball player. Bass keeps it up in the air. Third hit by Green, falls a little short. And it is 9-6 in favor of Toccoa Falls. Aaron Carey, the sophomore from Oxford, Florida. Good play up front by Glore, keeping it off the floor. And a block and the point coming from Abigail Smith. 4-point lead now for Toccoa as Aaron Carey heads back to serve. And the block attempt from Raven Boitas, little too short, so the point for Toccoa is on the board. It's a 5-point lead. And a timeout for Coach Christmas with the score 11-6 in favor of Toccoa Falls, who also leads the match 2-0. Back in just a moment. Teams heading back out onto the court. There you see the score. Toccoa leading 11-6. Toccoa is listed as the home team on the scoreboard. Failed to mention that earlier. But it is the Screaming Eagles from Toccoa Falls who leads it 11-6. And a point from Boitas, 11-7. Eagles pull to within 4 with a chance to get a little bit closer. Abby Palacios will get us back underway in just a moment. And a substitution for Toccoa. Gracie Charles back onto the court, along with Hallie Rainwater. And the ace from Palacios pulls the Eagles to within 3. 11-8 in favor of Toccoa Falls. Eagles had a rough first game, but came back very strong in game number 2. Now looking to pull even, but this serve is out of bounds. And now a 4-point lead for Toccoa Falls. Natalie Thompson in, Abigail Smith out. Teresa Sullivan ready to serve. And a whistle as the ball went around the post, so that is out of bounds. And now a 5-point lead for Toccoa Falls. Bump, set, spike, a block, kept alive. And a whistle before that hit. And a point for Toccoa Falls, a double hit violation called against Trinity. So now a 6-point lead for Toccoa. Third hit is good. Another setup, and the kill is out of bounds. That attempt from Thompson. Eagles take possession, trailing 14-9. Again, Trinity needs to rally. They trail 2-0 in this best 3 out of 5. Gina Ingram serving for the Eagles. Tap down and a diving play by Malone. The return is good. And the kill is good from Thompson. It's now a 6-point lead for Toccoa. Caroline Miller in for Talia Hatch. Kaylee Glore at the line with the serve. Ingram chases it down, but the effort goes astray, and it's now a 7-point lead, 16-9. Glore is ready. And a point for Toccoa. 17-9 in favor of Toccoa Falls. Kaylee Glore back at the line. Good hard line drive. And the spike from Natalie Thompson is point number 18. 9-point lead for Toccoa Falls. Remember, it's Toccoa Falls against Trinity College of Florida. That game is scheduled to begin at 1 o'clock. We will show it to you right here on TBC Eagles. And then Trinity Baptist will play Trinity College at 3. Into the net. Point number 19 on the board. Looks like the ball's thirsty again, but it's going to stop short of the concession stand this time. Kaylee Glore, another good serve. And the kill is good from Rainwater. That gives Toccoa 20 points. They lead it 20-9. Glore on a roll of her own. Trying to finish it off in these next few points. And a whistle while the ball was in the air. Points scored on the hit from Thompson. And now Toccoa needs just 4 more points to win the match. Here's Glore with the hit. And a tap down from Thompson is point number 22. And a timeout for Coach Christmas. With the score, Toccoa Falls 22, Trinity Baptist 9. In set number 3, Toccoa 3 points away from securing victory. Back in a moment. Kaylee Glore back at the line for the Screaming Eagles. She's trying to serve up these final 3 points. And a double hit violation called on Brunner, so now 23-9, 2 more to go for Toccoa. This one is into the net. Eagles now in double digits. They need to rally, trailing by 13. Natalia Lopez at the line. Lopez ready to serve. She gets the whistle. This one is out of bounds, and now Toccoa Falls 1 point away from winning the match. And trying to serve up match point will be Hallie Rainwater. Ball kept alive by Brunner. Green with the good return hit. Set up for carry, and that one is good. And that will do it as Toccoa Falls College wins set number 3, 25-10. The Screaming Eagles win the match 3-0 by scores of 25-5, 25-22, and 25-10. We have a 1 o'clock ball game ready between Toccoa Falls College and the Tigers of Trinity College of Florida. That game's scheduled to begin at 1 p.m. So we will end this feed now and start a new one at that time. In case you're unable to join us, we thank you. Remember, Trinity Baptist College against Trinity College of Florida at 3. I'm Ray Bureau. Thank you for joining us here for women's volleyball on YouTube, TBC Eagles.